Hey guys, this is Chaos Chrono, back with another episode. We're moving on to the final deck of this mass mutation display. Thanks to everybody who's been viewing, who's been giving feedback and suggestions to improve the content, and I hope you guys enjoy what's to come. So, without further ado, here's the last deck of the first display. Unfortunately ripped that a little bit, but we got a green Archon, Sanctum, Shadows, and Starlights. Nice. It's a good set of houses. The name is Juarez Way Squares Trainer. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Let's get this open. Okay. Let's put that down. And let's get the setup on the stand. Starting with Seltzer, we have a 3-power creature with Elusive. It can also be played as an upgrade to grant the creature it's played on Elusive as well. We have Particle Sweep. Amber, whenever you play it, deal 2 damage to a creature. If it is a mutant creature, destroy it instead. 2 Particle Sweeps. New Frontiers. Amber, whenever you play it, choose a house. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Archive each card of the chosen house and discard the others. Pair nice with some cards that allow you to look at the top cards of your deck before you do this. Away Team. 5-power creature. Destroyed. Put each upgrade on Away Team into its owner's archives. It's kind of like transport platform built into a creature. Teleporter Chief Tink, 2-power creature with Elusive. Action: swap Teleporter Chief Tink with another friendly creature in the battle line. You may use that other creature this turn. 2 Teleporter Chief Tinks. 3 Teleporter Chief Tinks. Subject Kirby, 2-power creature. Play Fight Reap. You may play a non-Star Alliance creature this turn. Always a useful card to see in this set. Only one though. Subdue. Amber, whenever you play it, deal 1 damage to a creature and stun it. Commander Chan, 4-power creature. Fight Reap. Use another friendly creature. Blast Shielding, instant upgrade. Amber, whenever you play it, this creature gains +2 armor. After this creature is used, its controller may attach Blasting Shield to one of the creature's neighbors. That's it for Star Alliance. Not all that much going on in there. Triple Chief Tinks is going to be interesting. We'll see what creatures we have to use in the other houses. So with Shadows, we have Lyco Thief, 3-power creature with Elusive and Skirmish. Dino Thief, 4-power creature with Elusive. Play, you may exalt Dino Thief. If you do, deal 3 damage to a creature. Okay. Mole. Amber, whenever you play it, it's an upgrade. This creature gains, your opponent may spend Amber on this creature as if it was in their pool. So you would attach this to an opponent's creature so you can utilize the Amber that's on them for your own forging needs. Vandalize. Amber, whenever you play it, look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, discard 1, and put the others back in any order. Subtle Auto, 1-power creature. Play. Your opponent discards a random card from their hand. Opportunist. Amber, whenever you play it, it's an upgrade. This creature gains Elusive. When you play this card, this creature captures 1 Amber from its opponent. Nexus, 3-power creature with Elusive. Reap, use an enemy artifact as if it were yours. Mug. Amber, whenever you play it, move 1 Amber from a creature to your pool. Deal 2 damage to that creature. Look over there. Deal 2 damage to a creature. If it's not destroyed, steal an Amber. 2 copies of that. Haven't seen any enhancements yet. Francis the Economist, 3-power creature with Skirmish. Fight, each player gains an Amber. Dark Wave. Amber, whenever you play it, deal 2 damage to each non-mutant creature. Ooh. Moving on to Sanctum, we have Orb of Wonder. This was one of the anomalies in third set. It's an artifact, it's got an Omni effect. Destroy Orb of Wonder. If you do, search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck. Equalize. Amber whenever you play it. Redistribute the amber on friendly creatures among friendly creatures, and redistribute the amber on enemy creatures among enemy creatures. Burn It On. 5 power, 2 armor creature. After mutant creature enters play, enrage Burn It On. Reap, capture 2 amber. Angry Mob. 4 power creature. Before fight, you may discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an Angry Mob or until you run out of cards. If you discard an Angry Mob this way, put it into your hand. See how many we have? That's 2, 3. That's it. Okay. Seeker of Truth, 3 power, 1 armor creature. Fight, you may fight with a friendly non-sanctum creature. 2 Seekers of Truth, a lot of house cheating in this deck. Lieutenant Governor, enhanced with a capture icon. After you fight with a creature, Lieutenant Governor captures an amber. General Salvador, enhanced with a capture icon, and he's the one providing the enhancements. It's a 4 power, 2 armor creature that does just that. Fangs of Gizelheart. Amber whenever you play it. Purge the most powerful creature. Getting close to the end. One more creature. We have Ardent Hero. 4 power creature with taunt. Ardent Hero cannot be dealt damage by mutant creatures or creatures with power 5 or higher. And that is the last card for this deck. So let's take a look at what we got. First things first, let's look at the Amber generation. We have 12 pips in total, mostly in Starlines and Shadows. And we also have 3 cards in Shadows that can potentially generate for us as well. We have Francis the Economist, which not a favor of, because it nets equal amounts to both players. So I probably won't count that. And then the 2 look over there, so it depends on whether or not it destroys the creature. So let's conservatively give it a 14 just based off of card actions and the pips that accompany them. Mug can technically generate 1 more as the nature of its effect, which pairs well with our own captures in Sanctum, especially with creatures with armor. Mole can also help us generate using the opponent's captured amber for our own forging. With a base 14, let's bring it up to a 16 for amber generation. Next we'll move on to amber control. Alright, with amber control we're looking a little light. We have 2 copies of Look Over There, a Opportunist, Lieutenant Governor, General Salvador, and Burn It On as our main amber control, which is just 6 cards out of the 36 cards in this deck. We have a couple cards below that are just tied with amber management, but overall it's not really classified as control, so we'll leave those be. So we're definitely looking very light on amber control. 6 cards, giving them a full value each. That's as much as we get out of that. It's limited captures as well, so we're hard pressed to be in any sort of control for amber. For the board, there's a lot of bodies though, so let's take a look at creature control next. With the creature control, we have definitely a couple of cards, nothing that constitutes a full wipe. We have 2 particle sweeps, a subdue, and Starlines that helps manage the board. Individual destroys are just damage really, and then delays with stun. 2 Look Over There's, Mug, Dark Wave, and Dino Thief again to do spot damage. Fangs of Gizelheart to purge the strongest creature. So within this deck, luckily the highest power creatures we have are 5s, so there is a good chance the Fangs will work in our favor. However, the rest of the control comes from having a big board yourself. So this deck has 21 creatures, and based off the numbers, we have 9 Sanctum creatures, 5 Shadows creatures, and 7 Starlines creatures. So between Sanctum and Starlines is probably going to be your main house. especially with the house cheating available to you through Star Alliance. And that also lets you tie in with the third house of shadows through, let's say on a Star Alliance turn, you use the Tinks, and then you use the Seekers of Truth and Sanctum to help you use additional creatures and shadows. That's the way to kind of really maximize overall creature use, albeit sometimes limited to fighting. There are a few skirmish creatures, which is good, especially in shadow, so that kind of ties together well enough. But the style of creature control is fairly limited in spot damage removal, not necessarily anything wide board wiping kind of qualities. Like Dark Wave is the closest thing, and even then that's specified targets. Overall, I'm feeling a little lacking here as well. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's say there's 9 cards that actually deal with the board directly. So we can estimate about a 9 towards the creature control, and the rest is going to be based off maintaining control over the board with your creatures. The artifact control is very limited in this deck as well. I believe Nexus, in using the opponent's artifact, is the only way to manage artifacts in this deck. There's no way to destroy artifacts, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Next, I'll organize this for speed. The cards that really truly help with that are New Frontier and Subject Kirby in Star Alliance, the 3 Angry Mobs in Sanctum, and the Orb of Wonder, as those help you play additional cards. That's the only way I'm going to count towards speed. The rest kind of increase utilization, so it's a different effect, not so much on the speed front. In terms of giving it a number, yeah, conservative 5 for speed, nothing too crazy. However, the interesting mechanic here, and I brought them out, is Teleported Chief Tink and Angry Mob combination, where you can utilize the Angry Mobs on a Star Alliance turn and then cycle your deck using the Angry Mob. And if Subject Kirby happens to be out, then you can play that Angry Mob out on a Star Alliance turn. So that's a pretty interesting combination. But whether or not that's going to be all that strong is definitely questionable. In the middle row, we have some cards that really just add to disruption, whether it's on the board or discarding from the hand and the deck through the Shadows cards, Subtle Auto and Vandalize, and purging cards, mainly creatures from the board. Overall, there appears to be some anti-synergy that kind of cancels out any sort of major synergies. The house cheating is definitely one of the main parts of this deck that's pretty attractive, but other than that, I think it's just too lacking in most other areas for this deck to be viable in competition. You're looking at a lot of bodies that you need to put down, take control of the board, maintain control of it, hope it doesn't get wiped, and generate off of that. 12 pips of Amber is decent, but with the speed of this deck, it's not gonna really be a core generator for you. It's just icing on the cake, as if it were, for reaping with creatures. So overall, definitely a weaker deck. So you know what, let's say a 58 for SAS. But looking at the meta and everything, this is pretty low. So I'd even go as low as a 55 for this deck. So unfortunately, didn't end off on a high note for this display, but we did get some decent decks out of this display and some interesting pulls. So thanks to everybody who's stuck around through all of that. Now moving on to the end of this video, we finished one display of Mass Mutations so far, and appreciate everybody who's stuck around, who's watched all the videos and given feedback to improve the content. If you guys like to see more, please let me know in the comment section below. Based off of responses on the Keyforge group, I will be moving on to Age of Ascension first. I do have quite a bit of content I can make off of that set, and I only have the one Call of the Archons and one Mass Mutations display left, so I will eventually get to that. I am personally trying to open a Jenka deck because I've yet to own one, but there's a couple of other combinations in that set that I wouldn't be opposed to having as well. So let me know what you guys think I should do in terms of the upcoming content. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed this content, please consider liking and subscribing to help support the channel. If you have any feedback or suggestions, again, please leave them in the comment section below. And as always, be kind and happy forging!